Alright, welcome back everyone. So, last time we recruited the Aeon twins, and apparently there's quite a few more legendaries that are likely to acquire, so I guess that it's just that point in the game where our team started by a couple of bog standard starters are gathering a army of legendary Pokemon. Alright, so I still haven't really figured out what's going on with Buried Relic yet. But supposedly we have a music box that is not visible in our inventory. I feel like I want to try Fiery Field first, so... That's the one that came up first before, like the morning right after we got the Aeon Twin stuff. So, I kind of wonder about the timing for some of these. Like, maybe we just coincidentally set off all the triggers, but... if that's not the case, then the game's kind of just tripping over itself a bit with the pacing. Anyhow, let's see. We're not actually gonna run a full legendary team, though. Maybe at some point for the lulz, but... for now... Fiery Field. I think we want to take our Ground Dragon again. Yeah, I guess alternatively we slot Kyogre into our third. Yeah, let's just do our Ground Dragon. Do we have... did I do my inventory? I don't remember what I was doing at the end of last session. Yeah, looks like I didn't actually organize things. So before we go to the dungeon, let's actually go back into town. We have way too many Oran berries. And Reviver seeds at that. I guess we got a pretty good haul. That supposed bottomless pit was, aside from being pretty lucrative, also very not pit-like. What happens if I buy him out? No more merchandise. Completely sold out. Oh, that was terribly interesting. The TM shop can be pretty hit and miss. Wonder if his gift items are just on like a set rotation. Oh wow, there's quests for the Joyous Tower too. It's been so long, I don't remember if Explorers of Sky had quests for the optional super dungeons. At the very least, the one that I ran, I'm pretty sure I didn't do any jobs for them. Alright, this time, you're now prepared. Or I guess as prepared as it's going to be for grass. Hey, Math Magician. What'd you miss last week? We got the Aeon twins. We rescued Latius from a bottomless pit that looked a lot like a horse at night. I was a little confused. I feel bad for beating up that Vulpix. This is quite the... quite the floor layout. It's like a maze of corridors. Yikes. That's an AoE. Guess we're seeing a lot of moves like that from Mons that I wouldn't really expect to throw around that kind of power. Like Slugma. HP Swap Wand. It seems like it could be particularly cheesy on bosses. I feel like they're probably immune to it. So I think 280 is pretty high as far as experience goes. I don't think we were even getting that on the last dungeon we did with Latias. What happened at the end of the 99-4 dungeon with the Reggies? There was treasure. That was it. I was expecting a confrontation with Regigigas, but he just didn't show up. So I have to figure out what to do with the music box. Which is complicated by the fact that it's not actually in our inventory. So I feel like the game expects me to find some kind of specific trigger in the dungeon. So we might be dicking around in the buried relic for a while once we finish up with this. Although I'd say that's somewhat unlikely to happen tonight. Just cause if what Zatu says is true, we've got 2 more elemental dungeons ahead of this one. And that's before taking into account the fact that we may have to do another one for this Mirage Pokemon. So I'm not quite sure what the game has in store, but apparently it's a lot of dungeons. I'm not sure how useful Magmar is going to be in here, but might as well. We're getting him for free. In theory, he should be more resilient than I am. What is... Oh, lava. I see. It has a much greener color than I expected. I'm only really familiar with Quilava from Go. And in Go, it's more of a blue. Oh hey, just a straight Flareon running around here. No recruit though. This constant sunny is kind of terrifying. So I already take quite a bit of damage from fire moves as is. Hey, Ariel. I guess I should have expected that, because pretty sure Cat had access to that earlier. But it's a little funny to think of an evolved Pokemon doing that. Choke isn't really something I think would be on the roster here. However, that means less fire Pokemon, fine. Is it? Is that just telling me they're typing? I don't remember that coming up before. Another Flareon. There we go. It's a shame none of them seem to want to join us. I feel like that might have been slightly overkill. Let's see. I didn't quite catch what turned into an apple there. overall, this dungeon just feels... Holy crap. Get back into cover here. These enemies hit hard. Although I'm surprised I only took 9 more damage than Cat did. Yeah, I guess the Magmar we recruited is level 45, so... That's like 10 levels above what we were encountering before. I assume the actual enemies we're fighting are of a higher level. Oh. Just a giant group of Rapidash. But yeah, it really does seem like it's just them reusing Mount Blaze. If 2 ponies side by side, you don't see that very often. Yeah, I mean, you don't see 2 of the same enemies side by side very often. Aside from, I guess, in monster houses. Camera up. It definitely feels kind of blatantly obvious to me that it's like Fiery Fields, except this is definitely not a plane of any kind. This is just reusing the Mount Blaze stuff. Which I can totally get to a degree. You can't have unique tile sets for everything, you know, but... I don't know, when it's very noticeable, I want to rethink things. Yeah, there's just so many Rapidashes. Getting all these Rapidashes and Flareons, and neither of them you want to even give us the time of day if you're joining. Instead, we get the Magmar, which we don't have the camp for. Maybe that's just how I should be doing camps. Every time we end up, having a guest have to go home, we'll buy the camp for it. Or at least attempt to. If we get too many of the 9,000 ones in a row, we're definitely not gonna have the money for it. Ugh. Really? Like, I know I said we needed money, but collecting a pocket change at a time isn't really my idea of accumulating wealth. Well, that's convenient. Not a trap. I think that might have turned my spikes into a big apple earlier. Our earth power is better than your earth power. Sit down. Earth power has definitely been a huge boon in here. Only thing I don't really like is having to burn through all these ethers, but considering how hard these enemies are hitting, I guess I'll pay what I need to. Oh boy. Well, that was a little scary. Suppose I should get rid of this as well. Oh, the Magmar AI apparently doesn't want to activate it? Or, had to force him onto the tile to fix his attack. Although I guess we are at the stairs, we might as well have just ignored it. Well, rip that Meg cargo. Yeah, I mean, my teammates are just collectors in general. What is with all these Dittos? They're apparently really low level too, so they feel really pointless as item replacements. Like, oh no, I've been ambushed by a Ditto that only gets 30 experience when it's knocked out. What will I ever do? Oh boy. That was a good earth power. Charmeleon. Actually, this game's sense of pacing is interesting. Because even before Sky Tower, we were seeing fully evolved, like, second evolutions. I'm pretty sure that put them outside of the standard evolution levels for that the main games define. And of course I say this while we're still unevolved here for Eevee and Bulbasaur. Ow. Well, we need to eat an apple anyway, so we'll do that. Pick up the heal seed since the apple trap turned our heal seed into an apple. So, full circle, I guess. Wow. A guest trap where I didn't get thrown into a teammate or a wall. How often does that happen? Drop seed. Well, I guess we might as well eat it. Oh, is it grimy? Oh, it's sticky, not grimy. Well, fine, then I guess we're definitely leaving it behind. I spy a chicken. Nice. Glad we're finally seeing some level ups on stuff like the... Wow, can we please hit this Charmeleon? Anyway, I'm glad we're seeing upgrades on some of these moves that we've used a little less often. Because it feels like it's maybe easy to get stuck in a spiral where the moves you don't use aren't as powerful and then you don't use them, so they just get stuck, never improving. Oh hey, the Combuskin wants to join. Not really my first choice, but okay. Like, I actually like Torchic, but Combuskin is another one of those really awkward first evolution designs that I'm not terribly fond of. I could throw away Grimy food that I picked up, but... I mean, Grimy, Sticky, it kinda doesn't matter. They're both not usable items anyway. Yeah, Vol starter join. Not sure... Yeah, I guess we haven't had Evolve starters join for this. We've had other Evolve Pokemon join. Like, for instance, the Flygon we've got is one that joined as a Flygon. But I don't think we've... okay, well I might swap this one for the Sticky Food. Or Grimy Food, just because Oranberry might actually be useful if we unsticky it later. Anyway, I guess, to be fair, I don't know if we've seen much for Evolve starters before this. I think the Buried Ruins is where we first started to really see just the unevolved forms show up more often. Oh, my accuracy. That's really annoying. Oh, apparently I'm so okay at hitting. But in case y'all haven't guessed, I'm not a big fan of accuracy and evasion modifiers in Pokemon. Hey, Yoshi. Combuskin was so focused that it didn't notice that we were in the tunnel. Asian boosting moves are banned from competitive drill sets for a reason. What about accuracy down moves? Because I feel like those would have the same issue. Set a 77 damage Ember into another fire Pokemon? I guess it is Sunny, but Jesus. That's frightful. Accuracy down is fine in normal Pokemon games because you can switch out to barrel modifier debuffs. But it doesn't, like, switching takes up your turn, right? So you're giving your opponent an advantage to have to do that. And you're kind of obligated to do it just because otherwise, are you ever gonna hit anything? That's why it takes a turn to warrior accuracy and generally not a game-breaking strategy. I guess I'm still not really seeing how that's considered okay compared to evasion boosting. Maybe spends multiple turns dropping your accuracy they lose from that trade because it takes more turns to set up than get rid of. But like some of the moves don't have that good accuracy at base, right? So, like, even one accuracy down seems like something really bad. When, like, you might be stuck using a move that has, like, 80 base accuracy or whatever. Still a pain, but it's a gamble that the debuffer tends to lose. I see. Well, I guess I'll have to take your word for it since I'm not too familiar with competitive Pokemon. And can we actually find the stairs before I hit zero stomach here? Might not happen if enemies keep coming into this room. I guess at this point in the game, we don't need to save apples that much, but still feels like a waste. Of course, I'm gonna get a little greedy here, grab this max either. Oh, it's Entei. Hi. Imagine a debuffer is facing something that can kill them, but they're faster than it, they can drop accuracy and face a chance, a good one that they'll immediately die for it. I see. That makes sense. That happens, the player has to send in a new Pokemon, and odds are that the Pokemon will want to switch away anyway to react to the new matchup. Yeah, fair then. What compelled you to come? The likes of you have no business being here. I am Entei. I live surrounded by the fiery lava volcanoes. If you refuse to leave, I shall forcibly expel you. It looks like Entei is not a large one either. I am a little bit surprised, considering the birds were large. Switching happens all the time in competitive Pokemon, so any strategy that can get cleared out by a switch tends to not be very over-centralizing. Fair. Unless it's weather, but that's a special case. Ah, I see. When accuracy down lowers accuracy 100% to 75, so it's not really worth a gamble worth taking. So... But wouldn't one stage of evasion not be huge? Like, on that... to that, similar degree? I don't like how I'm not in the middle to start this, because I'd like to throw a seed at Entei, but now I need to actually move before I can do it. Actually, no, I guess that's not true. I can swap to Invid and throw. Craziness with the ability to swap leaders. I just realized too that the two recruits we picked up are fire Pokemon, so I don't know how helpful they're gonna be in this fight. One stage of evasion isn't a deal breaker, 6 stages absolutely is. Wait, so at one point would someone allow their opponent to set up 6 stages of evasion though? Or are there moves that do multiple stages? Because I feel like if you want to turn it into a problem, you need to game like 3 stages at a time. What evasion strategies typically do is switch in on death against something that either can't hurt them or already needs to swap out. Use that turn to get +2, then outspeed whatever comes next and get another +2. I see. And if the enemy misses on their next attack, they reach 6. So it's a sacrifice setup. That's interesting. Oh wow. I actually poisoned Entei. I did not expect status effects to work so easily. I guess I threw a sleep seed at him, but still. I'm not used to RPG bosses being so vulnerable to status effects. Also, I like how the first move he used when he woke up was to deal 5 damage to me by throwing me into a wall. Ow. Well, there's the flamethrower. Hey, get back here. I'm not done with you. I guess if it's... I'm not going to be able to tank out the Entei here, I guess we'll let the Magmar do it. We done did it! Usually if you fail to kill the evasion tank within those 2 turns, it's a +6 or +4 and +6. There's a coin flip, but usually in their favor. Then they'll use Baton Pass and put that evasion on a sweeper who will kill anything in 1 or 2 hits. When that happens, you usually only have 1 or 2 turns to work with to stop them, so missing is really bad. Ah. Yeah, I see what's going on there then, when you explain it like that. Whoa. I lost. You. What do you wish? Friendship. Well, what? This is the Queer Wing. I understand now. Meet that Pokemon. So I guess we're trying to meet Ho-Oh. Stand aside. Entei's Fiery Blast made the Queer Wing flare. The issue isn't that the strategy is unbeatable. You can beat it just by landing a hit and then their team falls apart. It's a problem because it allows one player to force the game to be randomly decided. Yeah, I understand that. So, I imagine if both players are using that strategy, it turns into... Both players just throwing moves at each other until one of the sweepers lands a lucky hit. The Clear Wing transformed into the Red Wing. I see. Take this and go west. There you will find the lightning field. You will know your path there. Okay, well, at least it's one where I actually have resistances. Instead of everything dealing 80 plus damage to me. If two people try to do that at once, it's an even bigger coin flip. They'll happily set up in each other's faces and then flail for it until someone wins. Right, so... so just throwing moves out until someone gets a lucky hit. You will know your path there. Now go to the lightning field. And gain access to the lightning field. Hooray! Another dojo ticket. I wish these chests would be gummies more often. Ever watch a scrub play RTS, the kind of person who thinks it's cheating to attack before they're fully boomed and however many minutes have passed? It's exactly like watching the two of them fight. I see. Odds are they'll have a really good time, too. Because I like watching coin flips. Well, 4,000 coins from Magmar, basically. I think that should fund a good portion of the crater. I think this is the second Mon we have with narrow focus, but I think Combuskin is of a preferable type combination. Because they're getting to play exactly the way they think the game should be played. Fair. I assume there's not going to be much for anything here. Because the game's probably going to want us to do the 3 fields before we get much else in the town. Well, we are full on jobs, so I guess we're not accepting anything anymore. Seems like I'm just buying Kecleon out more and more. Or at least the green one. The purple one is a lot more hit and miss for whatever. But I can't really talk shit about him because he's given me 2 copies of Shadow Ball. We actually came away with a surprising amount of orange berries, despite the fact that we were constantly needing to use them. Also, grimy food. So let's put that cherry berry away and grab another apple and another ether. This is, of course, assuming Lightning Field's gonna be similar to Fiery Plains, 34s, etc. There's abilities called Sand Veil and Sand Rush. Is there any reason that Game Freak decided you need two abilities that do weather changing? Like, do they really need to have an inferior version? Oh, okay, so it's different stuff. Different stats. Fails evasion and rushes speed. Sandstream is the ability that starts a sandstorm. Ah, makes sense. Yeah, I can see why speed would be preferable. Especially how, given that Pokemon is kind of just rocket tag. Okay, I should actually do what I said I was gonna do and buy that Critter Camp. I think it was 9,000. No, 5,000. Alright, so Magmar paid for 80% of it. Good guy, Magmar. You remember rage quitting Gen 4 competitive battling, and Sandvale on Garchomp was one of your reasons. Yeah, I can see why, because evasion, right? You can definitely see how that can be just a frustration engine in general. Remember you got banned from Gen 5 competitive by a mod you battled on Pokemon Showdown because he didn't like that you swept his team with a Groudon named Cowtepper? Maybe it was a Kyurem W, I'm not quite sure that notation is for. What? Oh, what made you call it Cowtipper in the first place? Ah, white. I guess I'm not familiar with the that particular Pokemon then. So it's got several forms then? You're just having fun with names? Ah, I see. It's legendary with multiple forms, black and white versions too. Ah. See, I'm definitely not familiar with a lot of those in-between generations. Like, I think I mentioned before that like a lot of the catching up I've done is thanks to Go. Like, I had a little bit of a boost when we did Explorers of Sky, and I had to learn all that stuff, but... Go's very esoteric pacing has helped me learn quite a few of the generations that I missed out on, which is almost all of them. But it's really... Like, when I say esoteric, it really is, because they're like... They do a progression, a very, very, very slow roll through the generations sequentially. But then they just can't help themselves, so there's like Alolan forms for the Kanto stuff. Or like the stuff that already have their Kanto forms implemented. And then there's a bunch of Galar stuff for ones that have their Kanto forms already implemented. So it's the kind of knowledge where I'm sure any of you who are like big into just playing all the mainline ones, you look at my knowledge and be like, what the heck is... Go the phone game. Let's Go didn't really have anything in it that I didn't already know from the phone game. Of course, as weird as it is, I also can't complain because it lets me run around with an Alolan Ninetales much, much earlier than if they waited sequentially to reach the Alola stuff. This game as boring of a grind as it seems. It's definitely got filler, for sure, but... I'd say it's not it's generally not boring, but there's definitely dungeons that feel like they don't quite give enough story stuff, but in general the gameplay is still nice. So it's not really overly repetitive. And the one part where we kind of got stuck grinding Explorer rank was my own fault for not really noticing that the game really wanted me to do Stormy Sea before it would let me progress in any other way. Yay, lightning field. I guess we're bringing the ground dragon again, because ground just is whatever to electric type. Feel like, once again, this is false advertising. They say lightning field, but this is very clearly the forest tile set. Kekleon shop. Bad control orbs. Yeah, it's a decoy orb. I guess. You know what? We've been getting a lot of apple traps and stuff. Let's do that one. Not badly. I guess we don't have that many of the larger apples, so we'll buy the big apples. This feels weird playing a Pokemon game where leveling up doesn't evolve stage 1 mons. Yeah, it's I guess because they don't want to force you to evolve. So it's kind of once you meet the level requirement, you can just choose not to and ignore the evolution cave, but it's technically there if I wanted to go evolve into a Venusaur. Do I still need to bring my starter and partner at this point in the game? You know, that's a good question, but I think I might need to for the actual story stuff. I know for, like, if I just want to do general jobs, I can swap out to any 3. But I guess even if I could swap for the story stuff, it kind of feels wrong to leave the 2 main characters behind. If I'm a Charmander, how would I learn flying moves without evolving? I wouldn't. I'd have to actually go to the evolution cave and push myself up to Charizard. And then I could learn the flying moves. But yeah, if I want to stay as a Charmander, I'd just have to put up with not having access to flying stuff. It is raining in the lightning dungeon. Seems legit. Dude, this dungeon in general seems way more sparse for enemy Pokemon compared to the fire one. Because the fire one, they were pretty much just crawling, like constantly crawling out of the woodwork to attack us. But here, it's like the occasional Electrike and whatever. Maybe that'll change as we get a few more floors up, but... Oh. It might just be me, but I get the impression that either the dungeon's just designed that way, or the AI is actually actively avoiding me. Rain powers up certain electric moves. Mainly it turns Thunder from an inaccurate move to a guaranteed hit. I guess that's kind of like how Sunny primarily causes me problems with fire, but if I still had growth, then it still technically benefits me as a grass type. Oh, there's a new face. I'm starting to think the only things in this dungeon were Electrites and Magnemites. I like how we're missing sleeping Pokemon. Oh hey, it's a Pikachu. Oh god, it's a Pikachu, because it knows agility. Well, if one of these wants to join us, I definitely won't object. It's just like the fire dungeon where we saw Rapidashes and Flareons everywhere, but they just they weren't interested. Why are we having so much trouble taking down a Magnemite? Come on. Money. We're doing pretty good for finding immediate stairs. Speaking of which, spawn right next to the next set. Now where are we fighting? Let's see. finally some stuff that's actually valuable. Oh, wait, a Minin. Or, wait, that one's, Blussel? No, that one was Minin. Okay then. I spy a Jolteon. Well, it's a good thing everyone can apparently teleport to me when I go to the stairs. I actually have to wonder if some of these are just ineligible or something. Oh, ambushed by the cute squad. Oof. You chose the wrong Flygon to ambush. It seems like some of these mons just really don't want to join us, period. It makes me wonder if they just on like a list where we can't. What the heck is this? Slot in the door, it says, "Welcome to the captivating mystery house. Insert your invitation to enter." Ah! Well, my fault for just passing over all those purchases at, I guess, the Dungeon Kecleon and the Town Kecleon. That's an invitation. I wonder if this is just like a monster house, though. I'm very suspicious of it. But I'll have to maybe keep an invitation on hand so that we don't miss the next one. So next time we see one at a Kecleon shop, maybe I'll pick one up. Actor. I see. It's not really the first thing I think of when I think Electric Dungeon, but then again, neither was Machoke. When it came to the Fire Dungeon. Laffy. Really need to try to find some PP drinks for the Earth Power. Although I have no idea where I'd get them aside from maybe grinding up our rank again. So I think that's where the only batch that we got previously came from. It's been a while, so I could be misremembering, but that seems to be what I recall. So, yeah, sure. We'll take a minute, I guess. Get the discount Pikachu. Well, that's what we call a rude awakening. Because we weren't even really technically fighting that minute. We just got caught in Earth Power as collateral. I like how that Jolteon used Discharge and then immediately forgot about us. I mean, it's smart of it to not chase us into a corridor, but they changed their tune awfully quickly. Oh. It's Electrode. It's the theme of the dungeon, but it's a little bit weird to not see it in a power plant setting. Well, super rip now. Earth Power too good. Man, we've got too many wands. Exciting to see in first now. And we're acquiring one, apparently. That's definitely one we want to be... Ow! That's one we want to be careful about letting take out any of the guests, because it'll mega evolve. Always forget that combination. Where's weight? It's not it. Oh right, we have to hold it for a long time. I think. Yeah, there we go. I feel like controls start to get a little bit iffy in games when you start to need like lots of multi-button combinations. Especially when I'm constantly forgetting some of these combinations. Oh look, we got a puzzle to go with our minin. I really wish these iron spikes would automatically stack. There's not really any good reason for them to take up separate inventory spaces. And then I guess forcing me to sort them. Like, I shouldn't have to manually sort them to fix that. I'm so good at picking the room with the stairs. Sweep seed. I take it over the confuse wand. Because, like, Confused still has the downside of the enemy may still actually attack us. Because they happen to choose the right direction and the right move. So I'd rather have something like the Sweep Seed as a guaranteed crowd control. I guess unless it's something that's immune to sweep. We haven't really run into that though. Other chest. I guess we'll leave it. I'd probably make a big deal about it if it was a red chest, but the blue chests tend to be kind of iffy in terms of actually giving me useful stuff. Just brute force with Razor Leaf. Ow. Okay, we're not staying in that room. I guess we might as well use an apple. Actually, I guess as long as we have Invid with us, there's not really any point in using the big apples. Perfect apples. Yes, because we can expand our belly. I'm not quite sure how that works, but... guess I won't question it. Wow, we didn't actually take it out. Well, okay, it's definitely dead now after that. The casual extra 230 damage from double Swift. I guess we're full. Oh. Say goodbye to the Bite Electric, I guess. Now what are we fighting? Their Electrode. Plus, we'll just go in super hard on the brute forcing me. Okay, we've got infinite discharge because of the electrode, but it's not gonna be super useful in this dungeon. Because the vast majority of enemies are gonna resist it. Oh, Raichu. I guess we'll see if we have any more luck with the Raichu over the Pikachus. How are we missing so much? Magneton wants to join us. Oh, it's got a rare quality too. Who do we kick out? Well, we already have an Electric. It's much better than the two we've had, or found new, so I guess we'll get rid of the doggos. Well, I guess between the Electra and the Magneton, maybe we can just spam not very effective discharges to take everything out. Because even at only 20 to 30 damage a hit, that can still add up, since the guest characters don't actually adhere to the PP rules. It's a swarm of Tropiuses now. Yeah, typing makes them somewhat dangerous to Invid. I guess if they have flying moves, that makes them dangerous to me as well. Although I've got poison, so it's a game of rocket tag for us there. Kind of a specific condition. Electric types that are not in the air have boosted damage. Because I guess screw Zapdos in particular. Although, I'm definitely gonna be concerned if I see Raikou use that. Well, point blank Sludge Bomb. I meant to just turn to attack, but apparently I left my finger on the down too long. I also walked down after changing direction. Bad time for Tropius. I definitely do feel like these... Like the beast engines here, they probably didn't need to be 34s. We made 20 to 25. The Reggie dungeon in particular definitely didn't need to be 99. Oh hey, it's Tropius. Oh, and it has Steamroll. Okay, that's significantly better than having to bring a Pidgey along to get Steamroll. So we should see if we can keep this Tropius alive. Well... Sorry, Minin, we're separating you from Puzzle. But don't worry, we'll eventually maybe send Puzzle after you. We get a Raichu. is? Or is that just a gold band? Yeah, gold ribbon. Eh. I mean, money's nice, but it's not really worth dropping anything else right now. Like, as much as I gripe about the pocket change, at least it doesn't take an inventory slot. Why? Why have you come? This is the lightning field. It is my domain. Yeah, and all of my electric attacks do normal damage. Which is probably gonna make this fight interesting. I am Raiko, one who races with lightning. A body like roiling rain clouds. A roar that echoes thunder. Many have trespassed upon my domain. Well, what became of them? Let me demonstrate. And you too shall experience the pain they suffered. Listen, Rego, I don't mean to alarm you, but we're the ones with Steamroll. I'm really surprised that he slept through all of those attacks. That was a lot of attacks to wake him up. Well, rip. Sorry, Puzzle. You're done. Actually, I'm surprised he's not turning extra sensory on me, because I'd take super effective damage from it. Oof. Okay, we actually want the Tropius to survive, though. Wah! How dare you! How? How did this happen? Regardless, you have won. Let me hear your wish. This. This is the Red Wing. You. Stand back. Raiko's Thunderbolt electrified the Red Wing. It's actually a really nice looking gradient now. The Red Wing transformed into the Sunset Wing. Yeah, that's pretty apt. Subtle gradation of yellow to red is a truly beauteous sight. Go northeast to a place called the North Wind Field. We'll find a Pokemon there named Suicune. If you are lucky enough to meet Suicune, perhaps your wish will come true. And gain access to the North Wind Field.
How long have you been standing there?
Hey, Harakuda, thanks for the raid. I'm unfortunately unfamiliar with your channel, so what were you up to tonight? Well, hey, I know you because you rated, but like I said, I'm not really familiar with your channel, so what were you doing before you came over here? Wow, first one you usually get blue chests. Oh, you have a little bit of gory. And sure, you're playing Final Fantasy VII. I see. Hopefully that treated you well. It's 3:30 a.m. for you. You need to get some sleep. Yeah, I can feel that. It was fun, a lot of dumb moments. By dumb moments, I assume the RNG screwed you over. Anyway, thanks again for the raid. And when you do head off, have a good sleep. Alright, well, I guess we got first. Oh, no, you just being dumb and not changing materia around. I mean, let's be fair here. Sometimes materia can be pretty annoying to micromanage. It's actually your first playthrough, so you need to keep track of those stuff. Oh, yeah, for sure then. But I guess it's not. If you're doing it blind, then you're not. It's not like you actually know what encounters are coming up too, right? Yeah, so I guess for reminder for those hanging around, and then for the new raiders, I'm letting people call dibs on these. So if you want them on, claim it. If I miss it in chat before, because I'm gonna be going through these rather quickly. But if I catch it in chat afterward, we can easily rename it in the camps back at the town. So feel free to claim. We got an awful lot of discharge bonds. They're gonna end up horning in on Electric. He might be fine with Ampharos. Alright. Do you have a specific name that you want me to call him? I don't think I can fit your full username in if we're going for that, but as I've said before, it doesn't need to be the usernames. I'll use anything that's not an offensive name. Tropius. So maybe at some point I'll end up deploying it. Like, I really like Steamroll, but like I said before with that Pidgey, it was just not worth bringing a Pidgey for the Steamroll. Tropius is maybe more usable for in that regard. You're not entirely sure. Cooler. I mean, if you really want to, I don't think people will get the connection to you though if that's what you want to go with. Just saying. Oh hey, these are actually stacking up now. That's different, because I don't know when that changed, but beforehand, Pelipper was definitely not delivering multiple jobs to the mailbox. Be creative and need not have anything to do with your username. I mean, half of the point of you claiming it is so you can put your personal touch on it. Do you really have no idea at all? Oh, there's an invitation. Have you ever seen a door to a room that won't open at a dungeon? Yes! Last dungeon! It's a mystery house. Who knows what would happen if you bought an invitation from the Kecleon shop in the Pokemon Square and took it with you. I feel like it's pretty sketch that these invitations to this house are being sold just like generically on the market. Like, am I gonna go in and then come out and find out that I'm missing a kidney or something? Who wound up claiming the Absol? Vormax did. The other one? We can go with that if you'd like. I think that should fit. Ah, wish I had an inviting orb for when we did the last dungeon, because then maybe I could have used it to try to get the Raichus. Oh, I guess I'll just buy out the shop and store all these in case we need them. You're right, yeah, and the first thing you hear is your name. Yeah, as SAP says, you, or Yoshi asked who claimed the Absol. We'll do that. Oh, I should... we probably don't need... Actually, let's do this. Stack up the spikes some more, and we'll use a full stack of Geopebbles to just throw around. We really don't need 3 slots of throwables, that's just a waste. Actually, we probably don't need the recovery scarf either. Because that's the thing I was keeping around for when we were doing the 99-4 dungeon. We probably don't need it for a 34 dungeon. Thunder Craig. Just gonna use Turbos on Cat. So actually, the other one might not fit without using the number one. Let's see. Or I guess we could just use other one without the... I think this is gonna... Yeah, we're gonna be 2 characters short. Although the game will let me try to overflow it and then turn it red. Oops. One too many backspaces. Hey, Anvid. Yep. And of course, here. I put in Forrest's actual name back in, too. I accidentally canceled out. Actually, we'll probably bring you along on this, this next one too, because it's not really gonna be a great situation to bring a ground Pokemon into a water area. Let's try to get you a rare quality. The other one grew explosively. From one gummy, I see. Maybe I should just use a deluxe. Yeah, we'll use a deluxe. I think that guarantees a rare quality. There we go. We got Forge a Path. You can break walls as you walk, but your belly gets significantly emptier if you break walls. You can't break any more walls if your belly reaches 0. What? That's quite the rare quality. Guess you overslept a bit. Yeah, just a little. Sounds like you must have been pretty tired though. Although, you didn't do D&D tonight then? He exploded and died already. No, you exploded without dying. Apparently, you exploded so hard that you can now break dungeon walls. You were feeling sick, so you had to call off D&D. Well, no wonder you overslept. You sure you're feeling well enough to be up? I'm actually kind of excited to do shenanigans with this. I wonder how much it's gonna actually cost to break walls though, because if it's too much belly, it may get kind of silly. And so what? Got Thunder Punch, Takedown. Alright, we definitely need to replace Takedown. Tackle's way too baseline too, so we need to get rid of that. Temporarily Zap Cannon. Because, like, I like 4-range moves, I don't like 4-range moves with 50 base accuracy. It's kind of terrible. Balls are merely a suggestion, indeed. You didn't set any alarms, so just kinda woke up. Ah. Well, I guess if you naturally woke up. Oh, the sprites on the party menu. Yeah, they're so cute, right? Hello, Firmally. Am I in Oregon? No I am not. I'm actually Canadian. Why do you ask, though? Alright, Gulpin. Actually, let's see. What else do we have here? What is Kikwa selling? Nothing sounds like anything we'd really... immediately launch for an Ampharos. Oh, Latias can use Shadow Claw. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't think any of these are really Ampharos TMs. So I guess I reiterate, Golfin, show me something good. Oops, not Link. No. Although, I guess I could do some real troll stuff and, like, link Razor Leaf to Energy Ball. That'd be kinda nasty. Okay. Signal Beam. Yeah, I think I'd probably want Signal Beam over Zap Cannon, even though we lose Stab. Discharge. Well, Discharge is Discharge, so I guess we're gonna take that for sure. We're gonna get rid of Takedown, I guess. I'm still really not sure what they were thinking with the recoil moves. Like, we take enough damage trying to fight as is. Why do we need to be hurting ourselves? On guard. Significantly boosts your defense. I see. Magnetic Flux? Sharply boosts the defense and special defense of your Pokemon and your party in the same room with a plus or minus ability? Oh, I guess they have synergy with Muscle and Minun? Stab is not very useful if you fail to actually land hits with it. This is true. Very, very true. Dragon Pulse. So we could probably drop Tackle and use that for coverage. Yeah, so use Signal Beam instead of Zap Cannon and Dragon Pulse instead of Tackle. I find it weird that there's a move that specifically caters to Puzzle and Minun, though. Like, do they really expect to see a team of Puzzle, Minun, and Ampharos? Granted, I guess Magnetic Flux would presumably be learnable by Puzzle and Minun themselves. Alright, I think we're set up for our new Ampharos to take down the water dungeon. Actually, it's gonna be kind of weird to have 2 dungeons in a row where I'm actually good against stuff. Sorry, Electric, you're going on the bench. We've got all our... Just gonna double check, but I think we've got all the stuff we want set up here. Yeah, I guess we'll leave this extra apple in the inventory since we might be demolishing walls just to screw around. Night worked out. Yeah, the experience share in this game gets a little crazy. I assume that Knight's on a much faster experience curve than, say, like, the Absol is, or obviously the legendaries. Although the Aeon Twins gained 4 levels from us going through those last 2 dungeons, so there's that. Alright, let's have a go at this. And presumably there's gonna be a Ho dungeon after this. Ah yes, Delcatty, the well-known water Pokemon. Setup thing. That's another Delcatty. Alright, well, other one is very squishy. What? Oh, I guess there's a corridor down here. These Delcatties are tanky. Looks like a snow area anyway. Yeah, I suppose. Which could be bad news for me, depending. We're fighting Poliwags though, so I guess for the moment it's not bad yet. Oh yeah, right. Man, this is almost like we're playing Fates again, doing a snow shoveling simulator. It doesn't look like it uses up that much belly either. So we're probably okay to screw around with it a bunch. I like how the AI gets access to something like Belly Drum, because I'm pretty sure the hunger thing is not really applicable at all to the AI. So it's just like free stat up, because... You love Fates, but what WTF at that map? I know, right? I'm not sure what they were smoking. Like, I realized they were trying to do, like, Fog of War without actually Fog of Warring, but... that implementation is so completely off that... I don't know. Who approved that? Fire Emblem Mystery Dungeon crossover is no less weird than a Fire Emblem Persona crossover. It'd probably... honestly, it'd probably be more intuitive to do a Mystery Dungeon Fire Emblem crossover. Cause like... I mean, I guess I'm not the... like, super knowledgeable about SMT stuff, but it feels like... they, SMT and Fire Emblem have very different philosophies about the world. Real smooth, Crobat. You sure ambushed us. Well, I guess either way, we're just doing reduced damage to the Crobat. Well, maybe I should use the poison attacks. Just cause my grass attacks are actually useful against the Poliwags. This is true. Grass is 4 times versus poison being 2 times resisted. Well, Radon. So I think despite the snow theme, it seems like they are leaning fairly heavily on Watermons here. Oh yeah, there's a Golduck. And another Golduck. That Golduck actually coming in? Yeah, it totally is. Alright. I need Reviver Seed. Could never have enough of those. No, cat, don't die. Guess we'll leave that Crobat alone. Definitely feel like Discharge is missing more than I like, but I guess it's not like Earth Power doesn't do that either. Actually, Crobat is a little bit of an odd one out too, alongside the Delcatty. Oops. I keep bulldozing stuff by accident rather than intentionally. Like, I don't actually want to destroy too much of the terrain, just because then it starts opening it up so the enemies can approach us from several directions, but... I guess if we run into, like, river obstacles, I can try to bulldoze around them. Oh, hey! Alright, let's try this invitation. Welcome to the captivating Mystery House. Insert your invitation to enter. The invitation fell into the Mystery House. It's the sound of someone opening the envelope. Door opened from the inside. Inside the room was Jinx. I see. Okay, so it's like a treasure room. Those chests better have something good in them, though. Flower Seed, Revive All Orb. Welcome to the captivating Mystery House. Roy enjoyed a brief time spent with Jinx. Jinx, feeling chipper, seems to want to join you. Oh, cool. So, I guess we have the Jinx for the ancient cave dungeon if I end up wanting to do that. As long as we keep the Jinx alive to the end, anyway. Okay, I'm amused that we can discharge inside the house and still hit stuff outside of it. They definitely won't take your kidney. Yeah, apparently they didn't. This Jinx turned out to be pretty upstanding. Well, there's a seed. So let's check it. Empowerment seed. Okay, that was worth it. His empowerment is stupidly overpowered. They probably use Aurora Beam. Why you gotta be so rude? Actually, I should use a max, because we can... or an elixir. So we can get both of other ones, range moves back with that. Actually, I'm kind of astonished that Signal Beam ran out first. Well, I guess technically not first since I already stored Discharge before that, but you know. Interesting shape. Joy ribbon. I think we already have 3 or 4 of those in storage. Probably just toss that one away if we need to make space. I might have to actually use elixir. I've actually run down the Rasmus quite a bit here. Dude, what? A sandstorm? Wait, what? Excuse me? Okay, before we proceed though... This Jinx isn't using much for moves. What does she have? Pound and Draining Kiss. Alright, well, she's melee range. That probably explains why her taking everything out and not letting her do anything. I don't understand why there's even a sandstorm going on right now. I guess speaking of jinxes. Those famous storms that appear in the snow, you know, sandstorms. Exactly. Apparently, it just always happens. Actually, speaking of storms, we got a pretty nasty one last night. I took pictures I meant to post on the Discord, but I forgot to. There's, I've mentioned before that generally speaking, even pretty decent storms, usually we don't hear them down here because I'm on the main floor of a multi-story complex. So we got a ton of soundproofing above us. But apparently the weather was freaking out so bad that we had hail blow in sideways onto my patio. So for about a minute, the patio door was getting pelted. And normally, as soon as just completely unconcerned about rain or snow or whatever, aside from maybe looking out the window, it was so noisy that she was standing about 3 feet back from the door, looking at it like it might jump out and kill her. Wow, this is the 3rd floor in a row we've gotten sandstorm. Well, we're gonna leave that citrus berry for when we have a chance to regenerate. I guess I'm gonna actually use this on myself for once. Yeah, of course. It kept her night interesting, though, I guess. She's also technically had worse, too. Wait, why are we... Okay, Con Guard was part of the move relearner. Why are we suddenly trying to learn Con Guard again? It's weird. When our complex does the yearly fire alarm checks, they have to set the fire alarms off. And she does not like that. The last time that happened, she was actually hiding in the bathroom. Let's get you this now. It's not gonna help us at all except for the quick jaunt to the stairs, but... Why? This is the 4th floor. Although, the terrain now looks more like something that would have a sandstorm going on. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to heal the Jinx. We don't want to lose her. He wants to join. No, well, there's a sandstorm going on. No need to be healing 5. We're just gonna skip. Sorry. So it looks like we need to go left. Oh god. Good thing Shadow Ball is disgustingly strong. Swear. Okay, we managed to not get a sandstorm 5 floors in a row. It was a gargantuan feat. We managed to do it. Yeah, Shadow Ball is just, in general, so useful. Because hardly anything resists it. And it's just this long-range attack that does a ton of damage. Mind, I guess I did have to buff up the damage a bit myself, but still, like... I think even if I hadn't improved it, I'm gonna try and... I have to... Wow, I'm surprised that I didn't get Signal Beam there. And the Signal Beam missings. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna use the heal seed so Cat stops murdering Jinx. Alright, now we're gonna wait so that I can regen. On the assumption that we're gonna get another sandstorm dumped on us the next floor. There's a lot of hit points I need to regen too. I wonder if we're gonna hit the point where the game gives me the wind warning. Yeah, it was 4 floors of sandstorm was definitely very dumb. Okay, now I can use the citrus berry too. I am a very, very chunky Bulbasaur. Alright, well, 2 floors in a row without getting sandstormed. Wow, are you serious? That's dirty. Like, I'm glad I didn't kill anyone, but that's the kind of thing, like, why would you give that to a generic enemy? I don't care if it has a low hit chance. Letting the enemy use that on the player is super dirty. What? Surprise Delibird? Ow. What a rude jerkbird. I assume that happened because the Delibird probably had some kind of jump in to help an injured ally thing, but that was still really rude. What kind of shop is this? Thunder... Quick Break. Frostberry. HP Swap Wand. And Spikes and Dark Bolts. Yay! Completely useless Kecleon shop. Thanks, Kecleon. You're the best. What is this layout? What the heck? Why do the Delibirds keep showing up? Go away. If we have 11 more floors of that, this is gonna be annoying. Hopefully the Delibirds are done with here. Poliwhirl wants to join. Why is everyone so distractible? Oh, I guess Cantney's Shadow Wall replenished. I'm so unused to it running out now. It's 27 PP, it takes a long time. Yeah, can push a teammate into the wall and have him bulldoze it. It's a little bit of a strange interaction, but apparently we're just all roughhousing in here. I gained a hit point. Hooray! Extra tank. Ah, it's the Delibird. Get it away from me. What kind of stair placement is this? Yes, someone had the bread ADL to use a wonder tile as a welcome mat or something. Ow. Just a face-planted war turtle. Another... Huh. I find it interesting that occasionally we get floors that are nothing but this mystery house. But I'm glad we got it here so that we can get rid of the stupid sandstorm right away by using the stairs. It's too bad I don't have another invitation. Oh, rip war total. Floors are definitely getting bigger too. It's annoying, but as long as we don't get a sandstorm on. Ow. Well, sorry, Poliwhirl. This Shifty's probably gonna awaken now. I should probably use an elixir soon. I'm actually surprised it took this long for us to have other starters join. Cause like, with the last two, we were having evolved starters running around a whole lot earlier. And with at least slightly greater variety. Well, I guess everyone's awake now. Surprisingly, we haven't had a room where those AoEs have woken up way more than we can handle. Fine, the places with the highest chance of that are usually monster houses, so I'm usually more careful to handle those properly. And did I just get leech trapped and... Oh, I guess it must have failed because we didn't lose any PP. Guess we're just not allowed to leave this room. Sure, a rowdy bunch. Tanky Crocodile is tanky. Please just... we're gonna heal a cat, because that is very, very close to dead. Yeah, the enemies can all pick up items and use them. Some of the items they're not very good at using, but they're pretty good at using the projectile weapons to be big jerks. Double Thunder Punch just to make sure they're definitely not getting up. The other EVs really don't like us. Or like evolutions. Not a single one has tried to join us. The Kekleon shop. This one looks a little bit better. Definitely a better selection. Really crappy amount of stock. think a few dungeons back, it might have been the... What? That is not double slap. That is quadruple cheaty slap. Oh, it's... So Perish Song is like a Doom attack. Okay. Well, I guess then Refresh makes that a non-issue. Anyway, before we're so rudely interrupted by that stupid Politoad, I remember a dungeon, or a shop several dungeons back where there's a Kekleon, and it was just like 6 TMs, and 3 of them were Thunder, or something stupid like that. I was kind of tempted to use an Oran Berry there, but like, we're already running low from the Sandstorms, and we have a boss fight coming up. So I'm not gonna, if I can help it, I'm not gonna waste them. Jeez. Why does everything have to do so much damage? Because we really hate Politoads now. Halt! Why are you here? Clear and bracing air, crystalline, pure water. Stand guard over this beauty and untainted land, beautiful and untainted land. That is why I'm here. I am Suikun, one who runs with the north wind. Intruders foul the air with their outside ills. There's but one solution for invaders: expulsion by force. Here I come. Wow, just immediately wakes up, huh? Without empowerment, that probably would have been like 60 damage. No, Jinx, get out of there. I might still take a lot of damage with myself being double weird here. Even with the awakened status. There we go, I got power also up. It's kinda hard for me to tank when my teammates are all running amok like that. Literally every Pokemon needs to just ask, hey, before we fight, why are you here? But don't you know, Invid? Pokemon just want to fight. They enjoy it. At least that's what one of the mainline games said, right? Right? Whoa. I have lost. Admit it, you are strong. This, the Sunset Wing. I see. You came seeking the Mirage Pokemon. Step back. Bark bark. North wind swirled around the Sunset Wing. Sunset Wing transformed into the Rainbow Wing. Gasp! I'll be honest here, I don't think it looks as good as the Sunset Wing. Glittering in the 7 colors of the rainbow, the wing is beautiful beyond description. This Rainbow Wing is the key to meeting the Mirage Pokemon. Take this wing. Take it to the mountain so high that its peak is obscured by clouds. Yes, take it to Mount far away. Wow, we Pokemon are very good at naming. Mirage Pokemon is at its peak. Team Fluffies received the Rainbow Wing, and gain access to Mount Faraway. Mount Faraway, it's closer than you'd think. Well, we can travel to it in a day, so apparently. Terrible. Well, we got a pretty decent amount of rainbow gummies out of that. Well, it's a good thing I got that frigid cavern camp. It would be very sad if we lost our opportunity to have a Jinx for the ancient cave setup. Yeah, we are stacking up jobs now. Well, that's convenient. I wonder if we needed to maybe upgrade the headquarters before that started happening or something. Do we need warp seeds? I guess it'd be useful for those enemies who... I'd rather not use other crowd control seeds on, but I want to get them away from me. But is it worth carrying? Probably not. So I guess we'll pass on the warp seeds. I think we've got a bunch in storage anyway, so if I want to try that strategy, we'll try it with those instead. None of these sound all that great. At least none of them sound great and like something that an Ampharos would use. Okay, actually, let's organize our inventory first. Damn it. It's like there's a little bit of a delay, so sometimes if I'm hitting B to bring up the storage, it buffers it a second time, so it closes it right away. Okay, we have way too many apples. We need to replenish our orange berries. When I say we have way too many apples is then we're carrying too many, but having a good warehouse of apples is kind of important. So we'll grab 2 orange berries. Full max elixirs. Start taking out perfect apples again. Actually, that empowerment seed was a pretty good emergency thing for the boss fight, so maybe we'll carry one around. Especially since Ho is gonna be significantly deadlier for me than Zerkun was. $64 is gross. Okay, well, we did start a little bit late, so I'll probably We'll go for around 20 more minutes, so we'll see how many 4s we can get into with this. But it definitely won't be 60. We probably want to bring more supplies, too. Hello, Carriox Kazito. And hello, Asuri Cat. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Since we're fighting Ho, I think it makes sense to bring a dark type as our third. At least I assume we're gonna fight Ho. Because, you know, when do these explorations where we run into these mythics or legendaries not end in combat? So we probably want to do 2 more Oran Berries. Another max elixir. Maybe a second perfect apple, yeah. Let's do 2 more tiny reviver seeds. So we should be loaded for bear. Yeah, I guess if my supplies are still not enough, we do have the escape orb. Carrier cheated using his mega form. You had hydro pumping your poor Delcatty. You had to do 84 as one for your the actual dungeon, and the other to save your own painted Pokemon. Ouch. Sorry to hear that. It seems like it would be a really rough fight with the constant slow, too. Like, I happen to have a lot of crowd control stuff and refresh, so I was able to somewhat control the situation, but it was still a bit of a rough fight for me, even with all that stuff. Isn't Toe psychic? Or is he fire? I can never quite remember. Worried about to lose your friendship, though. Oh, Ho is fire flying. Okay, well that's still scary for me, and Dark doesn't actually help as much. Alright, what else? Who else do we have on our roster then? I guess we could just bring the Ampharos again. Because ground dragon's definitely not gonna do as well as I like. So I guess, yeah, we'd probably bring the Ampharos again. Unless I want to break out the Kyogre. You can go to the 74 dungeon, but so many floors you just don't want to. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Like, some of these feel like they have just excessive amounts of floors for seemingly no good reason. Like, yeah, sure, I get it. You want to make it a bit of an endurance run, but like, Buried Relic, especially, it was just... why? How big is Kyogre? Can you see him in tiny woods? I guess that's a good question. Because the way this is, I don't think there's a sizing limit anymore for this version of the game, so I'm not sure if he'd be his big form or not. I want to say probably he would, though. Must see a dungeon that's full of nothing but dittos. You know, sometimes I get the impression that with the recent dungeons we've been doing, that the items are nothing but dittos for some of those floors. So you almost kind of have some portion of your wish there. But you know what? Oops. So I'm curious too now. Let's do... Tiny Woods is only 3 floors anyway, so let's do this with the legendary team for the lulz. See how big Kyogre is. Yeah, he's big. Very big. You can't push the Pokemon that way, I see. Wait, does Kyogre have his Ice Beam linked to Ice Beam or something? What was going on there?